Hello and welcome to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Adikat Michael. A quick reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276, free to air at Nikamsat. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has indefinitely adjourned the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. The decision made today follows Kanu's insistence that Nyako cannot preside over his case, citing a previous refusal. Recall that earlier in January, Kanu filed a petition against Justice Nyako before the National Judicial Council, accusing her of a judicial misconduct in handling his trial. And on to Gombe State, as Governor Muhammadu Yahya has condemned the killing of the Reverend Bala Galadima, the presiding clergy of the Evangelical Church Winning Hall in Lubo community of Yamautu, Deba local government area of the state. Reverend Galadima was murdered in the early hours of Sunday by suspected armed robbers at his residence in Lubo. In a press statement signed by his Director General of Press Affairs, Ismaila Misili, the governor strongly condemned the reprehensible act, describing it as an assault on the peace and security that Gombe State has long enjoyed. Vehicles and other goods, including food items, have been burnt down by an explosion that occurred in Sabon Wuse, Tafa local government area of Niger State. The blast reportedly occurred while a tanker was offloading gas at the terminal in the area. It was reported that the fire burned for hours before the arrival of firefighters at the scene of the incident, with claims that the explosion sent shocking waves through the surrounding communities as people ran out of their homes for safety. And now, an appeal filed by Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara challenging the leadership of the Rivers State House of Assembly has been dismissed by the Supreme Court here in Abuja. Fubara was also ordered to pay 2 million naira to the Assembly and Amowale by a 5-member panel led by Justice Wani Abaji. The case was dismissed after Fubara's lawyer Yusuf Ali withdrew the suit. Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo has called for deeper collaboration among security agencies operating in the state to advance the administration's zero tolerance for crime in all parts of the state. Ododo disclosed this during a meeting with local government chairmen, members of the State Vigilante Service and professional hunters at the government house in Lokoja. He further stated that if crimes and criminalities will be defeated in the state, there is the need for local government chairmen, community leaders and security operatives to work together towards ensuring a safer environment for citizens in the state. And our Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musa, announced that the federal government is developing a diaspora city to enable Nigerians abroad to invest and reconnect with their roots. Musa made this known in Abuja during the announcement of the Motherland 2025 initiative, noting that the ministry is not only focused on reimagining the tourism, but also committed to building platforms for economic growth. Kebbi State government has announced the disengagement of the all 21 local government education secretaries across the state. The announcement was made by the secretary to the state government, Yakubu Bala Tafida, told the press statement issued in Benin Kebbi, the state capital. Bala Tafida said that the decision takes effect immediately and the affected officials have been instructed to hand over their responsibilities to the directors of administration in their respective local government areas. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has arrested 2 suspected drug kingpins at Port Harcourt International Airport and Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, who excreted a total of 125 wraps of heroin. Agency spokesperson Femi Babafemi confirmed the arrest in a statement in which he noted that one of the suspects, Onyeka Omike, Silvanos, operates under dual identities to evade detection. The Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria in Southwest Zone declared indefinite withdrawal of services by clinical lecturers in the universities across the region over non-payment of the consolidated medical salary structure. The association, in a statement jointly signed by its chairman Abdulkarim Salau and Secretary Motola, respectively, in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, said the decision was reached following the expiration of 21 days ultimatum on February 2nd. He said that the association agreed on the industrial action, having revealed the expiration of an earlier ultimatum issued on January 13. Police in Benue State have confirmed the death of 2 people during a fight between rival cult groups in Wadata area of Makurdi, the capital of Benue State. The clash reportedly erupted around the riverside in Wadata, where the cult groups had gathered for a meeting. Spokesperson for the Benue State Police Command, Catherine Anene, said due to the police crackdown on cultism in the state, some cultists traveled to riverside to hold a meeting. You're now watching live broadcast of News Cycle here on Global Television from the nation's capital. When News Cycle returns, the Tigers camp opens to day ahead of a crucial AfroBasket qualifiers, which are bringing us visitors and others after this news break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break, and now to the rest of the news and business. Nigeria spends not less than 1.57 trillion naira on crude oil production monthly, translating to about 18 trillion naira annually, a development which industry operators describe as too high. The data collected from different sources, including the Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, indicated that the minimum any oil producer spends in extracting a barrel of crude oil in Nigeria is about $25. And our financial expert have raised alarm that the implementation of the 4% free on-board levy on imports will escalate inflation in the country. The Nigeria Customs Service has announced its introduction of the LVB levy on imports. Spokesman for the Nigeria Customs Service, Abdullahi Mawada, stated that the introduction of the levy is in line with the provisions of the Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023. And now to the foreign scene. Britain's King Charles has paid tribute to Namibia's former president Sam Nujoma, who has died at age 95, saying his lifelong commitment to freedom and democracy was inspirational and his contribution to history was immense. The current Namibian president, Nangola Mbumba, announced that Nujoma, who led Namibia to independence from apartheid South Africa in 1990 and served as its first president for 15 years, died on Saturday. And our incumbent president, Daniel Nabo, has plunged onto a razor-thin lead in violent heat Ecuador's election after a stronger than expected leftist challenger looked set to force a second round of With more than 90% of the ballot counted, Nabua had 44.3% and rival loser 43.8%. Official results showed that Gonzalez, the 47-year-old lawyer and single mother of two, told elated supporters in Quito that they had achieved what she called the great victory by forcing what she termed a statistical tie. The French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot says the European Union will retaliate by replicating any tariff imposed on by the United States, warning Washington against a trade war. He further said that there is no hesitation when it comes to defending her interests, noting that Washington will move this week to impose 25% tariff on the steel and aluminum product. And to sport, the Philadelphia Eagles soared to a crushing 40-22 Super Bowl victory over the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, shattering the opening bid for a historic hat-trick of NFL titles in a rout watched by President Donald Trump. Philadelphia quarterback Jalen Hurts threw for 2 touchdowns and rushed for another as the Eagles avenged their agonizing Super Bowl defeat to the Chiefs 2 years ago in the emphatic style at New Orleans Superdome. In back home, Nigeria Basketball Federation says the 11 home-based players invited for the Tigers' next phase of the 2025 FIBA Afro Basket Qualifier will open Nigeria's camp in Abuja today. And now with their foreign counterparts scheduled to join them later, the Nigeria Basketball Federation released a preliminary 24-man roster for the third phase of the qualifiers set to take place in the Tripoli in Libya from February 17 to 24th. The Federation also said that the preparation will be conducted in 2 phases, with the home-based players expected to report to camp at Bentley Hotel, Abuja.